Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. Today, we're diving into a topic that I know resonates with so many of our listeners, especially those out there on the tools, building, fixing, creating. We're talking about finance, specifically for our incredible tradespeople. And let's be honest, it can be a bit of a maze, right? Trying to get that new ute, that essential piece of equipment, or just some working capital to keep things humming. To help us navigate this, I'm absolutely thrilled to introduce Craig and Tom from Find That Finance, a commercial asset finance broker that's really shaking things up for tradies across Australia. And joining us, offering a perspective from the front line, is Ethan, a fantastic tradesperson who's been through the finance ringer himself. Welcome, guys.
Thanks, Alana. Great to be here. Really looking forward to chatting about how we can make life a bit easier for the backbone of our economy, the tradies.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a passion for us, seeing these businesses thrive, and often finance is the fuel they need. Glad to share some insights today.
Cheers for having me. I'm keen to hear what Craig and Tom have to say because honestly, I've spent too many hours stressing about getting loans when I should have been on site. It's a real headache for us tradies.
Ethan, that's exactly why we wanted you here. Your experience is so valuable. Craig, Tom, let's kick things off with that common frustration Ethan just touched on. Why do you think tradies often find it so challenging to secure finance for their businesses, whether it's for a new vehicle or that crucial piece of equipment?
It's a great question, Alana. I think a lot of it comes down to a few factors. Firstly, banks, bless them, often have a very rigid one-size-fits-all approach. Their criteria are typically geared towards larger, more established businesses or PAYG employees with very clear, consistent income streams. Tradies, especially self-employed ones, often have fluctuating income, different business structures, and sometimes don't have years of pristine tax returns to show.
Exactly, and let's not forget the time factor. A tradie's time is money, right? They're on the job, hands-on, making things happen. Sitting in a bank for hours, filling out reams of paperwork, only to be told no or to jump through another hoop, is incredibly frustrating and unproductive. They need solutions that are fast, efficient, and understand their unique situation, not generic tick-box exercises.
Spot on, Tom. I remember once I needed a new van, mine packed it in, and I was losing work every day. Went to my bank, my own bank, mind you. They asked for so much paperwork, 3 years of tax returns, BA statements, profit and loss statements. It took weeks, and by the time they even got back to me, I'd already lost thousands in jobs. I just needed a van to keep working. It felt like they didn't get that. I ended up borrowing from family, which isn't ideal, but it was faster.
That's a powerful anecdote, Ethan. It really highlights the disconnect. So Craig, Tom, how does Find That Finance step in to bridge that gap? What makes you different from, say, a tradie just walking into their local bank branch?
Well, the fundamental difference is that we don't work for one bank, we work for the tradie. We're a commercial asset finance broker, which means we have access to a vast panel of commercial lenders. This includes a huge range of non-bank lenders that many people don't even know exist. Each of these lenders has different criteria, different appetites for risk, assessment criteria, and different products. It's not a one-product option.
So instead of a tradie spending weeks going from bank to bank, explaining their business over and over, they come to us. We get to know their situation, their business, their specific needs, whether it's a new truck, an excavator, a bobcat, even shop fit-outs. Then, with that understanding, we strategically match them with the lenders most likely to approve their finance on the best terms. It's about finding the right fit, not just any fit.
That sounds incredibly efficient. So it's about having that deep knowledge of the market. Ethan, when you hear access to multiple specialist lenders, what does that spark for you?
Honestly, it sounds like a dream. When I was looking for that van, I only knew about my bank and maybe one other big one. The idea that there are dozens more out there who might actually understand how a plumbing business runs or an electrician's cash flow, that's massive. It removes a huge amount of guesswork and time. I just wish I'd known about you guys back then.
And that's precisely our goal, Ethan. We want to be that single point of contact, that expert guide, so you don't have to worry about the finance. You concentrate on your plumbing, your electrical work, your building. Let us concentrate on finding that finance for you.
It's not just about getting approved either. It's about getting the right approval, the best rates, the most flexible terms for their specific needs. A cheaper loan might mean they can invest more elsewhere or just sleep better at night. We've seen loans range from $10,000 for a smaller piece of equipment right up to $5 million for larger projects, so the scale of what's possible is huge.
That's a fantastic point, Tom. It's not just about a loan, it's about the optimal loan. Let's talk about some of the specific solutions you offer that really cater to tradespeople. I've heard terms like low-doc loans and pre-approvals. Can you explain what those mean and why they're so beneficial for someone like Ethan?
Absolutely, Alana. Low-doc loans are a game changer for many self-employed tradies. DOC stands for documentation. So low-doc means exactly what it sounds like, less paperwork required to get approval. Instead of needing 3 years of tax returns, profit and loss statements, and so on, some lenders will consider alternative forms of proving income and serviceability, like recent bank statements, BA statements, or even just an accountant's letter. This speeds up the process dramatically and opens doors for tradies who might be relatively new in business or have had fluctuating income.
It's all about recognizing that a tradie's financial health isn't always perfectly captured by traditional bank statements. They might invest heavily in their business, take cash jobs, or have seasonal peaks and troughs. Low-doc loans acknowledge that reality and provide a pathway to finance without making them jump through hoops that don't quite fit their business model. We've helped countless tradies secure finance for vehicles, machinery, and even tools this way.
That's incredible. So even if my last tax return doesn't look as strong because I invested a lot in new tools, there's still a chance? That takes a lot of pressure off. I've heard low-doc mentioned, but always thought it sounded too good to be true or like it was for dodgy stuff. So it's a legitimate pathway?
Completely legitimate, Ethan. It's a standard offering within the commercial lending space, particularly with non-bank lenders who specialise in understanding small businesses. We work with reputable lenders who offer these products responsibly. Our job is to find the best low-doc option for your specific circumstances.
Okay, that's really clear. And pre-approvals, what's the benefit there for a tradie who's perhaps looking to buy a new truck but hasn't found the exact one yet?
Pre-approvals are fantastic for giving tradies confidence and buying power. Imagine you're at an auction, or you see that perfect second-hand ute online. If you don't have finance sorted, you're always on the back foot. A pre-approval means a lender has assessed your financial situation and agreed, in principle, to lend you a certain amount up to a certain value. It's not a commitment to buy that specific item, but it is an approval for you to purchase something within those parameters.
It gives you certainty. You know exactly what you can afford, and when you walk into a dealership or talk to a seller, you're essentially a cash buyer. That puts you in a much stronger negotiating position, which can save you significant money. Plus, it drastically speeds up the actual purchase process once you find the right vehicle or equipment. You're ready to go.
That's huge. I've lost out on a few good deals because I had to wait for finance. Someone else came along with cash or pre-approval and snapped it up. Being able to just pull the trigger, as they say, with confidence, would be a massive relief.
It really streamlines the entire acquisition process. So beyond the specific products, what about the actual service experience? I mean, dealing with finance can be incredibly stressful. How do you guys support tradies through that journey?
That's where our personalised service and experienced staff really shine. When a tradie comes to us, they're not just a number. We take the time to listen, understand their business goals, their challenges, and what they need the finance for. Our brokers aren't just order takers, they're genuinely experienced in commercial asset finance. They know the ins and outs of what each lender requires and how to present a tradie's application in the best possible light.
Think of us as your finance department, but without the overhead. We handle all the legwork, the paperwork, the liaising with lenders, the negotiating. This frees up the tradie to do what they do best: run their business. We believe a tradie shouldn't have to be a finance expert. That's our job. We navigate the complexities so they don't have to. It's about clear communication, honesty, and making the process as smooth and stress-free as possible, from the initial free eligibility assessment all the way to settlement.
That's what I need, seriously. Someone to just handle it. I hate paperwork and I'm always worried I'll miss something important or tick the wrong box. So, a free eligibility assessment. What's involved in that? Is it a big commitment?
Not at all, Ethan. It's actually designed to be fast, free, and easy. It's an initial no-obligation chat where we get a basic overview of your business, what you're looking to finance, and your financial situation. From there, we can give you a pretty good indication of your options and what might be achievable. It's a fantastic first step to understanding your borrowing capacity without any commitment on your part.
It's basically us doing the initial legwork to see which lenders might be a good fit based on your profile before you commit to anything. It saves everyone time and helps manage expectations. We want to set you up for success from the very beginning.
That's a fantastic way to start. Very low barrier to entry. Now, you mentioned guidance, not advice earlier, and I think that's an important distinction for our listeners. Can you elaborate on that?
Yes, absolutely. It's a critical point. As commercial asset finance brokers, Our role is to provide guidance based on our experience and knowledge of the lending landscape. We present you with the various finance options available that fit your circumstances and explain the pros and cons of each. We outline the products, the rates, the terms. However, we don't offer financial advice in the sense of telling you what investment decisions to make for your overall financial future or personal situation.
Our expertise lies in sourcing and facilitating the finance for a specific asset, a vehicle, a piece of equipment, a fit-out. We guide you through the process, explain the options, and help you navigate the system. The ultimate decision on which finance product to choose, based on your business strategy and financial objectives, remains with the tradie. We're here to empower them with information and options, not to make their business decisions for them.
That makes sense. So, you're like the expert tour guide through the finance jungle, showing me all the paths, but I still decide which path to take. I appreciate that distinction. It feels more transparent.
A perfect analogy, Ethan. It's about providing clarity and choice. Craig, Tom, we've covered a lot of ground today. For a tradie listening right now who's perhaps struggling with their current financing arrangements or looking to expand, what's one key takeaway you'd want them to remember about Find That Finance?
I'd say don't limit yourself to just one option, like your bank. There's a whole world of lenders out there, many of whom are far better suited to the unique needs of a tradesperson, and you don't have to spend your precious time finding them. That's what we're here for. Leverage our expertise and our network. It costs you nothing to explore your eligibility, and it could save you a lot of time, money, and headaches.
Yeah, I'd echo that. Your business is tough enough without the added stress of finance. Let us handle that. Whether you need a new vehicle, specialized equipment like excavators or scissor lifts, or even something unique for a shop fit-out, we can help. Our ultimate goal is to see your business grow and succeed, and we know that having the right finance in place is absolutely crucial for that. Just reach out for that free eligibility assessment. It's really the easiest first step.
Hearing all this, it makes me feel like there's actually a solution out there that understands what it's like to be a tradie. It's not just about a loan, it's about someone getting your business, you know? Definitely going to check out that assessment.
That's exactly what we wanted to hear, Ethan. Craig and Tom, thank you so much for shedding light on these vital financing options for tradespeople. It's clear that Find That Finance offers a truly tailored and supportive approach, helping tradies focus on what they do best. For all our listeners out there, if you're a self-employed tradie looking for commercial asset finance for vehicles, equipment, or anything else to power your business, please don't hesitate. Head over to findthatfinance.com.au. Their free loan eligibility assessment is the perfect place to start. Thank you again, Craig, Tom, and Ethan, for this incredibly insightful conversation.
Thanks for having us, Alana. It's been a pleasure.
My pleasure, Alana. Hope we've helped some tradies out there today.
Thanks, Alana, Craig, and Tom. Feeling a lot less stressed about the next big purchase now.
And that's a wrap for today's episode. Until next time, keep building, keep fixing, and keep thriving.